Hello everyone, welcome to another video from Your Tech Today. So today I'll be doing the full review of the Qiku Terra, and I have done a lot of videos on this device and you can watch them at my YouTube channel before this. And this is going to be the final video that I'm going to be doing about this phone, which is the full review. I'll be covering all the aspects which I've not covered previously in those videos, and I'll be giving you my verdict whether this phone is right for you and who this phone is for basically. So let's get started. First thing we will talk about is the build. So you can see it is made up of a material which Qiku likes to call as magnesium or something like that, and it is basically a combination of magnesium and aluminium which is used in the body, the construction. So the whole phone is finished in metal. The front is all glass, which is a 2.5D curved glass. On the edges it is curved. I have put a screen guard which is supplied with the phone, and on the back side till these edges it is all aluminium and it is very nice finish. And these two panels are plastic because these probably hold the antennas for the Wi-Fi and the cell phone reception and everything. So don't think that there is a gap here or it doesn't, it's not smooth or anything. It just feels like that, but it is actually just a demarcation between the plastic and the metal. It is very smooth. It does not feel like this is higher or lower. And on the top also the same thing. The SIM trays are absolutely flush with the panel, and on this side the volume keys also absolutely wiggle free, or they're not loose or anything, so that is not an issue. The build quality is absolutely top notch. So the second thing I would like to talk about is the display. So I am a huge fan of big displays. So this phone comes with a 6-inch display which goes from here till here, and it has very thin bezels. Qiku says 1.4 mm bezels, and I think they are right. There hardly any gap between the edges of the phone, so it feels like the display is from edge to edge. Secondly, the display covers almost 83% of the front of the phone, so that is also a very good thing. So you do not have huge bezels on the top or bottom, so that also makes the phone compact. Even though it has such a big display, it does not feel that huge. So let's compare it to some of the other phones which I have lying around. So this is a Note 4, my daily driver usually, but right now I'm using this phone, the Qiku. So this is also a 5.7-inch device. You can see the difference between the bezels of the two. So I thought Note 4 has really thin bezels compared to my Note 2, and now here you see Qiku, the bezels are even thinner. So let's compare the size. So the thickness is also quite good, lesser than the Note 4. In the Note 4 the camera bulges out a little bit. Then let's see face to face. So as you can see, the Qiku is only probably 3 mm or 2 mm larger than the Note 4, even though it supports it supports a 6-inch screen, and this is a 5.7-inch screen. So you can see the bottom and the top, the bezels are much bigger in the Note 4 on the sides also. Let's compare it to their cool pad Note 3. This is also a 5.5-inch device, and you can see the difference between the cool pad and this Qiku Terra. So it is thinner than both of them. It is shorter, quite short, even though it has a 6-inch screen. So that covers the display, and it's an absolutely beautiful display. It's very bright. It's legible outside in the bright sunlight also, and it is sharp. You can't see any pixels. 386 ppi is the pixel density, and that is more than enough. Colors are very accurate, and there are different modes, as I showed you in the previous video, that you can fine-tune the display to your liking. It is an IPS panel, and viewing angles are also very good. Next we will talk about the audio output. There is a single speaker at the bottom on the side of the phone, bottom side, that is firing sideways, and it's not on the back. So it is pretty loud. When it rings for the phone call, it can be heard quite far away. It doesn't get muffled easily unless you are playing games and your finger covers it. Then it gets muffled very easily. But otherwise, when it's lying on the table, upside down or whatever, it can be heard across the house. So let me play something and then we'll see how the sound is. So I'm going to play some music files and in the default music player which comes with the phone, and these are royalty free tracks. I cannot play any other songs because YouTube will flag the video and will take it down. So let's play. This is about 6 inches from the mic. There's a lot of clarity in the speaker. That is something I really noticed the first time I switched on the phone. There is some bass, the highs are absolutely crystal clear. You can hear the instruments. I like that about the speaker. I've never got such a good clarity from even those high-end phones like Note 4. This song has sort of a distortion in it. There is one issue with the music app. When you pull it back, it does not go. Hopefully Qiku fixes it. It doesn't go till the start. It can go till here, it can go till here. It forwards. It won't do that. So as I showed you in the previous video, you can do one hand use easily. This side, it comes this side. So I hope you get the idea about the sound. Let's take a look at some video samples now. We can use the built-in video player, or we can go into MX player also and see that. This side controls the volume and brightness. Let me just cancel the audio. Don't want any issues. So, can you see? So 4K file playing at 125 megabits per second. Absolutely clear. I don't know how this phone is handling such a high bit rate, and it is on the external card. Look at those colors. Beautiful. Let's check another video. So I've switched off my studio light so that you can have a better look at the screen. Watching media files is really fun on this phone as it's 6 inches, and that is true for gaming also. Again, don't want issues. Let me play something else for you. We all want to watch 4K, right? So this is a lower bitrate 4K file. It's playing it pretty well. This is the default video player, and you can all obviously detach it, make it smaller, keep doing your work, and watch your video in the background or the foreground. So that covers the video and audio playback of the phone. So let's move on. Next we will check the OTG capability. So before that, I just want to apologize for the background noises that you hear in this video. My building ladies are shouting for no reason in the evening, and their normal tone of talking only is very loud. So let's take my OTG pen drive and check whether it supports it or not. So directly the message came USB storage safe for removal. Let's go to the file manager. It has not come over here. So in my testing, I tried to format this pen drive in NTFS format, in FAT32 format, exFAT format. It just doesn't get detected. It does get detected, but it does not show up in the file manager. Neither this file manager nor ES File Explorer. Let's check it with the hard drive and connect it via an OTG cable. This is my Western Digital. It has powered on. Again, the message came. It started spinning also, but still doesn't show up over here. So OTG, according to me, is not supported. Maybe another software update it will start working, or maybe my unit is defective. You never know. Now we will connect a wireless mouse, and it has come up over there. Let's see whether we can use it, and we'll check the browser also. Let's check the View TV website. Oh, airplane mode is on, sorry. So you can see, I can just zoom in. It's a really good way to surf the net. Connect your mouse, connect a keyboard, and you can just surf any website. I have purposely opened View TV's website to hint to you guys that I've done a nice review of the View 55-inch TV, so please check that out also in my other videos. So let's request the full site. This is the full site actually. Let's open another site and show you how the browser is. Check out the desktop version. Pinch to zoom works flawlessly, I feel. Absolutely no issues. text is sharp, everything works well. So you can browse easily on this phone. So next I will show you one thing, what happens when you connect it to your PC. So this is something I really like about this phone, and again comparing it to my Note 4, I don't get these options. That when you connect it to your PC, it gives you really nice options, which used to be the case, probably 5 years back or something. I haven't seen it after that in any other phone. So you can just select only charge. So I've connected it to my laptop, and my laptop does not have the drivers for this phone. So I can put it on only charge. I can put it for USB tethering to share the internet. I can use it to transfer only my camera file, and I can select file transfer. Now what happens when you connect your phone is, it will automatically in my computer will open a folder or a drive which will contain the Qiku drivers. So I really like this because you don't have to go anywhere on their website or anything or insert some stupid CDs to install the drivers. And in Samsung's case, install that huge software which is totally useless called Keys. And I just hate that software. It works sometimes, it doesn't work sometimes. So this is simple. Install the drivers which are there inside the phone. As soon as you connect it to a new laptop or a desktop, it will you can install the drivers, and then you can select any of these options and use the phone accordingly. It will show up in my computer as a file transfer. It will show internal storage, external storage, and the transfer speeds are also pretty fast. No hiccups over there. So another good thing, the USB transfer. Next I want to talk about the call reception, the cell reception. It is really good. It is able to catch signals where some of my other phones are not catching, like in the inside bedroom of my house, where sometimes I do not get even 2G signals. This is able to sometimes catch 3G signal over there. So if it is not better, it is at least on par with any other good cell phone in terms of cell phone reception. And the call quality is something I really want to tell you about. It is excellent on this phone. The earpiece is absolutely clear and much better than some phones I have used. So that way, as a cell phone, or the main function of the phone is to make calls, it does a pretty good job. So now I will talk about some of the good things about the phone. So the UI, I really like it. It is simple, it is easy to use. I found it easy to understand. All the settings are quite nicely placed, and no feature is difficult to find. I love the fingerprint sensor. It is a very sensitive one and a very easy one to use. And I'm okay with the rear placement of it, even though I'm used to my Note 4's front fingerprint sensor. But within 2 days, I think I got absolutely used to it. And I've been using it for taking pictures and all the other things quite easily. It's just about getting adjusted to anything new. Third thing is the screen, which is really nice. And this is something of a pros that I'm talking about. Then I would say the speaker is very good, the call quality is amazing. The apps which Qiku provides you with the phone are very nice, like the privacy app which I told you in my previous video, which opens with a separate fingerprint. Very nice. The freezer, you can stop the apps from running or being shown anywhere. Then the fingerprint control, what you have, how to use it, it's very nice. The camera is very good. Check out the camera review by pressing the I on top, and you will get a link over there for the camera review of this phone. Check that out. Camera is really good, and you will not be feeling that you have a inferior phone in any way just because the brand name is not there. Then the next good thing about the phone is that it runs everything very smoothly and beautifully. It does not get hanged, it does not slow down at all. There is enough RAM, and the speed of the processor and RAM work very well together to run everything day to day, even heavy tasks very easily, which is gaming or whatever you want to run. games are a real pleasure to play on this phone. Check out my gaming review also to know more. And all the apps till now what I have used are compatible with this OS. So there is no such thing as it is not compatible. Google is also pre-installed. You don't have to worry about it. Screen mirroring works. Everything works. So these are the various pros. I can give you 20, 30 reasons. But the main thing is it's a very good thing. This phone is like any other phone. You don't have to worry about it not doing something. It will run everything and there are no hiccups as such. The audio out of the headphones also is very nice. So you should not be worried about that. And all this comes at a price of 22,000, and if you have invite code or something like that, you'll get 2,000 rupees off. So it's a very good price for this phone. Now I'll talk about the cons. The first con I feel is the size itself. For somebody with small hands, this can be a challenge to hold. For me, that is not an issue. As I showed you in the size comparison, it is as big as my Note 4. So for me, it is absolutely easy. I do feel scared of dropping it, so I do put a case on top, which is provided with Qiku itself. So I use that. It gives a little more grip, and I'm a little more assured that even if I drop it, it will not break immediately. So in the future, when some cases are launched, I will be changing them to something like a rubberized case like this one. That is one con. Then second con is the nighttime camera performance is quite bad, I would say. But that is the case with any cell phone camera, so it's not really a con, it's not really a bad thing. This is the maximum cell phone cameras can do at this point, in this price range at least. That way, that is okay. You don't have to really take it as a con. Third con I would say is that this phone has a feature of killing every background process almost, and just killing everything and giving you extra battery life, and it's not letting anything run in the background when the phone is locked. So what happens with that is I like to use my OK Google feature in my Android phones a lot, and my Note 4 wakes up even when it is locked and it will answer to OK Google. But this phone does not. It will work when it is in this mode. But after some time, when it has killed the OK Google or Google now process in the background, it will not start again. Like I will say OK Google and it is not running. So you have to go into the Google apps and you have to press this, and once it is started, you have to start this and then probably press this button. Now that OK Google has started, let's try it again. OK Google, now it is working. What's the time? Okay, let me try it with the locked screen. OK Google, it's not responding. OK Google, so when you unlock the phone, it will work. Let's search something. OK Google, what is 9,738 plus 6,299? So it has given the answer. I had lowered down the media volume, that's why it was not talking. OK Google. OK Google, what's the weather like tomorrow?
Tomorrow's forecast for Bengaluru is 31 degrees and partly cloudy.
Okay, that's nice. 31 in winters. All you people in the north must be wondering what's going on. So that is one more con I would say in this phone. Maybe Qiku will work on it, or maybe in the settings of the phone, the apps which are allowed. I have allowed every Google app to run and it has still not worked. Then the third thing I would say is the battery life I will talk about. When you lock the phone and keep it, there's hardly any drain from the battery on standby. Like for 16 hours or 17 hours I kept the phone like this and the battery came from 100% to 92%. So you can gauge what the standby times are like. But when you start using the phone, the screen is so huge and the processor is strong, and if you're using the camera and watching a lot of movies, the battery life does reduce. It is maybe around 4 hours to 4 hours 30 minutes you will get screen on time with this phone. There's no actual way of checking that, but that is my thinking. Around 4.5 hours, which is okay for a 6-inch phone, I feel. So in the Geekbench battery test, I have shown you it has given a result of 3 hours 55 minutes. So I hope you know how the battery test runs. You charge it fully and then you start the test, remove the charger, and it will run some processes and check the battery, how long does it last with the screen on. So it ran for 3 hours 55 minutes. So battery life is okay. Even though it has a 3700 mAh battery, I thought it would last longer, but I think the screen takes a lot of energy because really bright screen. Probably an AMOLED 6-inch screen would have done better. So I think those are the only cons that I could find in this phone. If we are nitpicking, I would say these buttons should have been backlit. But come on, there are just 3 buttons and they're far placed. So you don't really need, even in the dark, you know where the button is. And it does give a vibration feedback. So nothing that you can't get used to. I mean, this is going to be the back button, you won't get confused. Also, one-hand usage is difficult. That's probably nitpicking again. But you wouldn't be buying such a big phone if you didn't think you could use it. And another nitpicking con we can say is they should have given 2 SIMs and a micro SD card slot, but what they've done is given a hybrid slot. So that's it. There are no other cons, and this I think hopefully completes my review of this phone. This is this is not actually a full in-depth review because I've already tested all these features and given you separate videos about these things. So this was just me talking about the verdict of this phone and do I feel this is worth it, and absolutely it is worth it. For 22,000 or for 20,000 it's a very good deal, and 22,000 also it's not a bad deal to buy this phone. You will not get something like this sort of a package anywhere else, at least as of now, of 15th January 2016. Yes, in the future you might get, because once they have launched something, other companies obviously are not going to sit idle and not launch anything. It's a good package. It comes with a nice box. When you resell the phone, probably you can get a better deal if you save the box. Comes with its screen guard and everything. So they have taken care of everything for you. So guys, this completes the review. Let me know your questions in the comment section below, and I will try to answer them as soon as possible. And please subscribe to the channel, share the video, like the video, and I will see you soon in the next video. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.